Have you ever stopped to wonder what if the world we live in is not just a place of freedom and opportunity, but actually a colossal prison? Imagine that every aspect of our existence, from our limited choices to the relentless passage of time, mirrors the confines of a penitentiary. This intriguing notion leads us into the realm of 19th century philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer's profound insights into the human condition. Schopenhauer, a thinker ahead of his time, observed the pervasive pain and suffering inherent in life. Rather than chasing fleeting moments of happiness, he posited that we are driven by a deeper desire to escape the constant anguish that accompanies our existence. So, let's embark on a journey through Schopenhauer's philosophical landscape, where the world is not just a stage for our aspirations, but perhaps a sprawling prison of the soul. In Schopenhauer's view, life is not a benevolent gift bestowed upon us by some divine creator. Instead, it's akin to being sentenced to a prison term we never chose. We find ourselves confined within the boundaries of time, unable to escape until our sentence ends with death. This bleak perspective challenges conventional notions of the world as a place of opportunity and abundance, forcing us to confront the harsh realities of our existence. But who exactly was Arthur Schopenhauer? And what were his philosophical beliefs? Born in 1788 in Danzig, now Gdansk, Poland, Schopenhauer was a German philosopher known for his pessimistic view of human existence. He rejected the prevailing optimism of his time, particularly the notion that reason and progress would inevitably lead to human flourishing. Instead, Schopenhauer believed that life was characterized by suffering, and that true happiness could only be found by transcending the endless cycle of desire and suffering. At the heart of Schopenhauer's philosophy is the concept of the will to live, an insatiable primal force that drives all living beings. This will, according to Schopenhauer, is the source of our desires and cravings, leading us to pursue fleeting pleasures in a futile attempt to escape the pain of existence. However, Schopenhauer argued that true fulfillment could never be found in the pursuit of pleasure, as it only served to perpetuate our cycle of suffering. Instead, Schopenhauer proposed a radical shift in perspective, embracing the reality of our existence as a prison of sorts. By acknowledging the inherent limitations and suffering of life, we can free ourselves from the endless pursuit of pleasure and instead focus on cultivating compassion and empathy for ourselves and others. In doing so, Schopenhauer believed we can find a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment, even in the face of life's inevitable hardships. So, as we delve deeper into Schopenhauer's philosophy, let us challenge ourselves to question the nature of our existence and explore the possibility that the world may indeed be a prison, but one that holds the key to unlocking profound insights into the human condition. Schopenhauer's philosophy is rooted in a keen observation of the profound pain and suffering that permeate human existence. Unlike the optimistic views of many of his contemporaries, Schopenhauer did not see life as a journey toward happiness and fulfillment. Instead, he saw it as a relentless struggle against the inherent suffering of existence. Drawing parallels between life and a prison, Schopenhauer highlighted striking similarities that challenge our conventional perceptions of freedom and choice. Much like prisoners confined within the walls of a penitentiary, humans find themselves constrained by the limitations of their circumstances and the inexorable passage of time. Consider the lack of choice that characterizes both life and imprisonment. Just as prisoners are bound by the dictates of their incarceration, humans are often shackled by societal expectations, biological imperatives, and the constraints of their environment. Despite our illusion of autonomy, Schopenhauer argued that our choices are ultimately circumscribed by the forces of fate and circumstance. Moreover, both life and imprisonment are defined by the relentless march of time. Just as prisoners serve out their sentences day by day, humans are inexorably drawn toward the inevitability of death. This awareness of our own mortality casts a shadow over our existence, imbuing it with a sense of urgency and impermanence. Perhaps most strikingly, both life and imprisonment are marked by ongoing suffering. Whether physical, emotional, or existential suffering is an inescapable part of the human condition. From the moment of our birth to the final breath we draw, we grapple with pain, loss, and adversity. Like prisoners enduring the hardships of confinement, we struggle to find meaning and purpose amidst the trials and tribulations of life. Schopenhauer's concept of the will to live lies at the core of his philosophy, providing insight into the driving force behind all living beings. According to Schopenhauer, the will to live is a primal, instinctual urge that compels organisms to seek survival and perpetuate their existence. This relentless drive manifests itself in various forms throughout the natural world, from the simplest microorganisms to the most complex organisms, including humans. At its essence, the will to live is a powerful force that underlies all biological processes, motivating organisms to pursue activities that ensure their survival and reproduction. This instinctual urge governs everything from basic physiological functions like eating and reproduction to more complex behaviors such as territoriality and social hierarchy. One of the most profound implications of Schopenhauer's concept is its portrayal of nature as a perpetual struggle for dominance. In the natural world, competition is ubiquitous as organisms vie for limited resources and reproductive opportunities. This struggle for survival often leads to conflict, aggression, and even violence as organisms compete for dominance within their ecosystems. Moreover, Schopenhauer's philosophy sheds light on the cyclical nature of consumption and destruction that characterizes life on Earth. In the pursuit of sustenance and reproduction, organisms inevitably consume resources and exert pressure on their environment. This consumption can lead to ecological imbalance, habitat destruction, and the extinction of species, creating a cycle of consumption and destruction that perpetuates itself over time. Picture this, a world where the sun rises each day, indifferent to the struggles of its inhabitants. This is the world that Schopenhauer invites us to contemplate, a world devoid of the guiding hand of a benevolent deity. While many may find solace in the idea of a loving creator overseeing their lives, Schopenhauer dares us to confront the grim reality of existence without divine intervention. Consider the trials and tribulations that define human existence. From the moment we are born, we are thrust into a world fraught with suffering and uncertainty. We face illness, loss, and adversity at every turn, with no divine intervention to shield us from life's harsh realities. In the absence of a benevolent deity, we are left to navigate the complexities of existence on our own, grappling with the existential questions that plague our minds. Yet despite the absence of divine grace, Schopenhauer does not despair. Instead, he challenges us to find meaning and purpose in the face of adversity. By acknowledging the harsh truths of our existence, we are liberated from the false hope of divine intervention and empowered to confront life's challenges head-on. So as we confront the stark realities of a world devoid of divine grace, let us embrace the courage to forge our own path. For it is only by confronting the darkness that we can truly appreciate the light. In Schopenhauer's philosophical realm, the interplay between pain and pleasure takes center stage, challenging our conventional understanding of happiness and fulfillment. Unlike the prevailing belief that pleasure is the ultimate goal of human existence, Schopenhauer posits a provocative counter-argument: that pain, rather than pleasure, is the positive element of existence. Consider this. Pleasure, according to Schopenhauer, is merely the temporary alleviation of pain. When we experience pleasure, whether through satisfying our desires or indulging in sensory gratification, we are simply momentarily escaping the pervasive sense of lack and dissatisfaction that defines our existence. In contrast, pain serves as a constant reminder of our desires and needs, propelling us forward in a relentless pursuit of satisfaction. Schopenhauer argues that pleasure, far from being a source of true fulfillment, is often fleeting and insubstantial. What we perceive as pleasurable experiences are merely distractions from the underlying reality of our existence, a reality characterized by perpetual striving and unfulfilled desires. By reframing our understanding of pain and pleasure, Schopenhauer challenges us to embrace the inherent discomfort of existence as a catalyst for growth and self-awareness. Rather than seeking to maximize pleasure and minimize pain, Schopenhauer encourages us to confront the inevitability of suffering and find meaning in the struggle itself. So, as we navigate the complexities of human existence, let us not shy away from pain, but instead embrace it as an integral part of our journey towards self-discovery and enlightenment. For in the midst of life's trials and tribulations, we may find that true fulfillment lies not in the pursuit of pleasure, but in the acceptance of our own inherent vulnerability and imperfection. Life, according to Schopenhauer, unfolds as a series of misfortunes and disappointments, challenging our idealistic notions of happiness and fulfillment. As we journey through the tumultuous landscape of existence, we are confronted with a harsh reality. that life is often far from the idyllic vision we once imagined. Consider the passage of time, a relentless force that amplifies life's hardships and diminishes our idealistic hopes. In our youth, we are filled with optimism and boundless energy, eager to conquer the world and fulfill our dreams. Yet, as we age, we are confronted with the harsh realities of mortality and impermanence. Our bodies weaken, our minds falter, and our once bright hopes are tarnished by the weight of experience. With each passing year, we are reminded of the fleeting nature of life and the inevitability of loss. We witness the erosion of our dreams and aspirations, replaced by the sobering reality of disappointment and regret. What once seemed like endless possibilities now appear as mere illusions, shattered by the harsh realities of existence. Yet, in the midst of life's disappointments, there lies a profound opportunity for growth and self-discovery. By confronting the inevitability of disappointment and embracing the impermanence of life, we are liberated from the burden of unfulfilled expectations. We learn to appreciate the beauty of life's imperfections and find solace in the fleeting moments of joy and connection that punctuate our journey. Consider this: no matter our background, beliefs, or circumstances, every individual shares in the universal experience of anxieties, insecurities, and suffering. From the wealthiest to the most impoverished, from the most privileged to the most marginalized, we are all bound together by the common thread of human vulnerability. In recognizing this shared experience, we are presented with a profound opportunity for growth and connection. By acknowledging the struggles and hardships that unite us, we can cultivate greater compassion and empathy for our fellow human beings. Instead of succumbing to the divisive forces that seek to separate us, let us embrace our shared humanity and extend a hand of solidarity to those in need. For it is through our collective empathy and understanding that we may begin to heal the wounds of a fractured world, forging bonds of compassion that transcend the boundaries of race, religion, and nationality. In embracing our shared humanity, we affirm our capacity for kindness, empathy, and love, fostering a more compassionate and just society for generations to come. In Schopenhauer's philosophical framework, compassion emerges as a powerful antidote to the pervasive suffering that defines human existence. Rather than turning a blind eye to the pain and struggles of others, Schopenhauer urges us to confront human suffering with empathy and compassion, recognizing that we are all fellow travelers on the journey of life. By embracing Schopenhauer's emphasis on compassion, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of the human condition. Instead of seeing others as separate and distinct from ourselves, we come to recognize the shared vulnerabilities and struggles that bind us together as members of the human family. This recognition of our shared humanity serves as a catalyst for tolerance and support, fostering a sense of solidarity and empathy towards those who are experiencing pain and hardship. When we view others as fellow sufferers, we are more inclined to extend a helping hand, offer a word of encouragement, or simply lend a listening ear. Moreover, by embracing a philosophy of compassion, we create a more inclusive and compassionate society where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. In a world marked by division and strife, Schopenhauer's call for compassion offers a powerful reminder of our shared humanity and the transformative power of empathy and understanding. As we reach the culmination of our exploration into Schopenhauer's philosophy, it's essential to reflect on the key insights that have emerged. Schopenhauer invites us to confront the harsh realities of human existence, the pervasive suffering, the relentless pursuit of pleasure, and the inevitable disappointments that define our lives. Yet, within this stark landscape, Schopenhauer offers a glimmer of hope, the transformative power of compassion. By embracing compassion as a response to human suffering, we can cultivate greater empathy and understanding towards ourselves and others. Through acts of kindness, support, and solidarity, we can create a more compassionate and inclusive society where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. As we navigate the complexities of existence, let us not shy away from the discomfort of life's challenges, but instead embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By reflecting on our own perspectives and considering the role of compassion in our lives, we can forge deeper connections with ourselves and others, finding meaning and fulfillment amidst the trials and tribulations of the human experience. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and introspection. May we continue to walk the path of compassion and empathy, illuminating the world with kindness and understanding. Until we meet again, may your minds be awakened and your hearts filled with compassion.